Okay. Are we reconnected now? Maybe. Okay. And we're reconnected. I don't know what was going on there for like 30 seconds. Something was going on. I'm not sure. But if you couldn't hear me or you didn't see what was going on, we are making little tiny hearts. And we're going to do one of each color of the rainbow, hopefully, or two of each color of the rainbow, because we are making a little banner. So this is what we're doing tonight. Our question of the night is, would you rather ride a roller coaster or ride a tilt-a-whirl? I'm a tilt-a-whirl girl. I do not like roller coasters. But that is our question of the night. Would you rather ride a roller coaster or a tilt-a-whirl? But let's get into what you guys are here for, which is crocheting. So, I don't know why that is going in and out. Maybe. We'll see. So the first thing you are going to do, let's see. I am using, what size am I using? I am using a 5.5 tonight. I am using my regular chenille yarn that I got at the Dollar Tree. I actually have, I'm going to try to finish up this little scrap roll, but it comes like this. It's just chenille, and it's a size 6. It's 65 yards. It's 100% polyester. It's super, super soft, but I want to finish up that little scrap of it. But we will probably not do all of it in hearts tonight. So the first thing you are going to do is make your slip knot, and we're going to make a really loose slip knot because we are going to be going back into this immediately. Hi, welcome in everybody. So next you're going to chain 2, and then we are going to do a treble crochet or triple crochet. We're going to do 3 of those. Pull through 2, pull through the next 2, and then pull through the last 2 loops on the hook, and that is a treble crochet or a triple crochet. We're going to do 2 more of those. This is just my tail. We're going to yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2 again, and then pull through the final 2. And we're going to do that one more time. Yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2 again, and then pull through 2 one more time. Welcome in everybody. So now we have 3 treble crochet. We are going to do 3 double crochet. This is one of those super quick projects. It takes about maybe 5 minutes if you're just learning how to do it. There's a second one, and there's the third one. Okay. Next we are going to chain 1. We are going to do another treble crochet, so yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2 loops again, and pull through the final 2 loops. Chain 1 again, and you're going to do 3 more double crochets on that other side to start making the heart shape. So there's the second one, and there's the third one. And then finally, just like we did on the other side, let me pull this down. We are going to do 3 treble crochets. How's everybody doing tonight? I think I have my chat on. There's a second treble. And the third treble. And then we are going to chain 1, And we're going to slip stitch back into the bottom there. I think I messed it up. Hold on. There we go. And then just kind of move that yarn tight. So we're going to pull that out. Take our scissors and clip it. Pull that through. And as you can see, I have a really, really big tail here going on because of my magic ring. I'm going to start tightening that. For chenille, you need to tighten it very, very gently all the way around. Otherwise, it will break. So like, this is what's happening with this one, is it's starting to break right there where the knot was. Sometimes we can save it, sometimes we can't. If we can't, we'll just make another one. It's just yarn. Of course, my first one's gonna go like this. That's okay. Come on. Aha, there we go. So, as you can see, it got really, really thin right there. It didn't really like being pulled on. So now that we're past that, we can start kind of wiggling our heart into place. So it starts looking like a heart. I think I started with a really big magic ring was part of the reason why it's kind of not wanting to cooperate tonight. But that's okay, because we can always make another one. We're going to make several, so. Well, I will sew that, and I'll show you exactly how to do that really quick, how to save this one. If I can find my sewing needle. I just had it. My sewing needle is not in my sewing needle head, so I have to find one. Give me a second. Ah, my sewing needle head ran away. Well, I thought I had my life together when I started this live, but is that a sewing needle? That is not a sewing needle. That is an instant stick. Are you all the way back there? Nope, that is more scraps. Okay, well, we will fix this later. But there is a way to fix it. You just kind of loop it through here and it crisscross, and it automatically fixes where it's a little bit loose so that it looks like this one. Let's knock our little critter out of the way there. That is what we are making tonight. So let's try and make another one. Since I have two of the red, we are going to move on to, let's see, orange. Orange is the next color of the rainbow. So we're going to move on to the orange. Yeah, let's just take you guys on a ride. That red is really old too, so I think that might be part of the reason why, because it doesn't feel as soft as it normally would be. So I think that's part of the reason why it wouldn't actually loop up the way it's supposed to. Okay, same thing. We're going to chain 2 to get us started. 3 treble crochet. Oops. There we go. There's 1. There's 2. Oops, that's a double. I don't know what I'm doing. Did I just do a double for that one too? Hold on. We're going to go back to the one that I know what's a treble crochet. There we go. So we are going to do that, and then another one. And then a double crochet. A second double crochet. Third double crochet. Chain one, and then a treble crochet. Chain one, 3 double crochet. And then 3 treble crochet to make the other side of the heart's humps. I guess they're humps. And then a single crochet, and we are going to slip stitch into the center there, pull it through, and this worked out so much nicer than that red. I think the red is just really old, so that could be part of the problem with that other one. And now if we pull our tail just a little bit, our tail that we started with, and we pull our top, it makes a lovely little heart. What I do is I put 2 knots in the back. What I intend to do with these is they are going to go on a little banner hanging. So they're going to hang like this up on the banner. Or not sure what most people call them. I don't think it's banner. I don't think that's the right word. But like those little things that you hang, like it's not a valance. I'm not sure. Help me out if you know what they're called in the comments, where it's just like a strip of lights, a string of lights that you hang, or a string of like little hearts that are hanging up. Would it be considered a banner, or I'm not sure, because aren't those like happy birthday things called banners? So I guess it would be called a banner. I don't know. Let's make another orange one so that we have 2 of each color. We have our orange. Hi, welcome in. If you want to get in the chat, our question of the night is, are you a roller coaster person or are you a tilt-a-whirl person? Well, I closed in my starting loop there. There we go. So I am totally a tilt-a-whirl person. I don't even really like the tilt-a-whirl though, honestly. Like, I'm just not a movement kind of girl. I don't like moving vehicles even, or like sitting in the passenger seat. It gives me motion sickness. So there's our 3 trebles for this one to start out. Now we're going to do 3 double crochet. But I've been on a few roller coasters. I went to Dollywood not long ago and did a couple of the roller coasters, and it was fun. They were not my jam, but I have kids, so, you know, sometimes we have to do what we have to do. My tail kind of came over there. Here I'm doing the triple at the bottom. And this shows you just how fast these can make up. They are really, really fast to make up. And what I'm going to do with this is I have a good friend who has a 5-year-old that her bedroom is going to be made into little hearts. So last night during the live, someone was like, hey, can you show us how to make a heart? And I didn't really have time last night because we kind of ran over with our goldfish. So if you missed the live last night, we made this little goldfish in an aquarium or in a tank. And that video is live right now. So this is what we made. Where did I go? Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have to do the 3 trebles. But my friend's little girl is her room is being redone, and getting a big girl room, and it's hearts and rainbows. So she wants lots of hearts and rainbows. So what better project than to do a rainbow heart valance? I don't know what I did there. There we go. Just like that second red one, this one is getting like super wide right there. I don't know. I'm probably not paying attention. It's probably me. Probably me just not paying attention to what I'm doing and chatting. Oh. Slip stitch to secure it. And then we're going to pull it through. And of course, scissors. Both pair of scissors, actually. So here we are with our second orange heart. We're going to see if I can actually pull it a little bit, or if we're going to have to sew it tight after all. So my first red one did the same thing as the first orange one, and it was perfectly fine. And here now our second one of the same color, of the orange this time, has done the same thing. All right, there we go. So we are going to flip it over and we are going to tie a knot. Oops. Then we're going to tie another knot. And there is our second little orange heart. These are going to go on the outside of her, or on the inside, on her side of her curtain in her bedroom, to kind of go with the wallpaper and stuff that they are doing. So there's our first and second heart of that color. So we are done with orange. Now we're going to go to yellow. The yellow feels really silky. I like the way this yellow feels. So I did decide to do all of the baby colors except for the dark purple, because she specifically asked for the dark purple instead of the mauve. So we're going to do that. And that is fine. That it's her bedroom, so it's going to be awesome. So if you're just joining us, I use a chain 2 method, and then we are going to treble crochet 3. Pull through 2, pull through 2, and then the final 2. We're going to do 3 of those. So here's the second one. And the third one. Hi, welcome in. We are making little tiny hearts tonight. And then we are going to do 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, treble crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, 3 treble crochet, oops, that's a double. Here we go, treble, and the last treble, single crochet, sorry, not single crochet, chain 1, and then slip stitch into your starter. Okay, and there's what that heart looks like. And I have come across another spot that is like really, really thin on the actual strand. So I'm going to try to, there we go. Try to fix that by pulling it through. That part's not actually going to matter because it's going to be braided into the top part of the banner. I should take these off and put them up. Okay. Then we are going to get our tail here, and we are going to pull it very gently because that's what started it not wanting to be super happy. So like I was saying earlier, a lot of yarn, once it sets and settles, especially chenille, just doesn't like to act right. I mean, sometimes you can get brand new chenille that will act like this, like it's all scraggly. But I find that a lot of chenille that it's old will do it almost immediately after it's about 6 months old. But there is our first yellow heart. Super cute. And of course I dropped the yarn. I dropped the yarn, I dropped the yarn, I dropped the yarn. And now I've lost my crochet hook. Oh my goodness, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Found it. Okay. So I'm actually going to cut this because I feel like it's being really scratchy all the way down here. So I'm just going to take that spot off and move on. Oh, I did a double instead of a treble. That is the only part of this pattern that I get super confused on, is when I'm supposed to double and when I'm supposed to treble. Also, this is not my pattern. If you just go to Google and look up free crochet heart pattern, there are a ton of them. So that is what I did. It is just a free pattern through Google. I believe some creators have it here on YouTube. I am not monetized, so I am just sharing this pattern. I do not know who originally created it. I did try to do a reverse image search to see who the original creator of the pattern was, and I could not find it. So there are my three trebles right there. Now we're going to do 3 double crochet. But I did find about 5 people that had tutorials for it, so I don't feel bad using the pattern because there are lots of creators out there that use it. It is very common. And I believe it is free most places. Then we are going to single crochet, treble, that was not a single crochet. It was a chain. Now we're going to chain again. And then 3 double crochet. And here I see that I'm creating a little bare spot right there. So I know that this one's going to be hard to pull up also. So I'm trying to keep it as small as possible. And then we're going to do 3 treble for this side. This yarn is all scrap yarn that I have had probably 6 to 8 months at this point. Most of it is from Dollar Tree, from the Just Chenille brand, but some of it may be from other sources. So I know some of it is Temu. This one right here, I know for a fact is Temu yarn because it has a totally different feel than the other yarn that I have. And I did a Temu haul a few months ago, and I haven't ordered since. My scissors are so... My kids have been like... Can you see the popsicle stick ick from these? From these kids? They've been doing the popsicles and using my yarn scissors for the popsicles. Like... We're going to turn it over and do 2 knots. And then that one came out really cute. There's that one. Now the Temu yarn actually is not quite as big as the regular Just Chenille. But once they get hung up, you're not going to notice. But this one is Just Chenille. I know for a fact this is the Just Chenille. And I believe it is the color Mango. They still have it. Some places still carry it. My Dollar Tree has stopped carrying the Just Chenille. Well, one of my Dollar Trees. I live in a city that has like 8 Dollar Trees. But the one that is closest to my house no longer carries the chenille. So I have to go like about 8 miles out of my way to just get it. But I also no longer have a Joann's or a Michael's in my city. So I would have to go to the next city to go to Michael's, which kind of sucks. But I know this one is the Temu yarn. So like if you order the chenille off of Temu, this is the yarn that you'll be getting. And they feel the same. It's just I feel this one is a little bit lower quality. As you can see when I was crocheting with it, it tends to kind of untwist itself, unravel. They're not really twisted on there, but this part kind of tends to separate. So, but there is the orange and the yellow and the red done. So we are halfway through our project. What is next in the rainbow? Green, red, orange, yellow, green. So we're going to do 2 of the green. Is that green? Yeah, it is green. It is looking very, very blue on the camera, but it is green, I assure you. I will grab the blue just so that you have a difference. This is the blue. My lighting is like kind of weird, but this is my blue, and this is a green, but it definitely reads kind of blue. But we are going to do 2 in this. This is the color that I always use for my frogs, and so I know this one should be good to go and be fresh. We'll see as we start crocheting with it. So we're going to chain 2, 3 trebles, come on, there we go, pull through 2, pull through 2, and then pull through 2, second treble, so a lot of people have asked me why I don't loop it over like this. I have broken my pinky several times, so there is no tension when using it. So what I will usually do is underneath I pull my middle finger down like this across the yarn, and that's how I tension it, because it's very painful on my pinky when I use my pinky the traditional method. So if you have arthritis or like just pain in one of your fingers, like that might be a good way for you to try it out and see if that helps with some of that pain, because I know it definitely did for me. We are going to chain 1, do our center treble for the bottom of our heart, chain 1, and then 3 doubles on the other side, have a good night. And then we are going to do 3 trebles on this side. And I'll make the next one really slow motion so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then we're going to chain 1 and bring it back down to the center with a slip stitch. Then we're going to pull that through. And there is our first little green heart. If you're just joining us, we are making little hearts to make a valance hanging, a window hanging. I was calling it a banner, and someone said it wasn't really a banner. So I'm not sure exactly what you would call it. But we are on green now. We are making a rainbow of hearts, a double rainbow of hearts. So we have 2 of each color that we're making. So there's our first green one. I'm going to make the next one in slow motion so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. For anybody that is just learning to crochet, I am going around and making a slip stitch. So I'm just pushing that yarn through so it looks like this. Just like that. And then we're going to insert our hook. And then yarn over and pull through. Yarn over a second time and pull through. Those are our 2 chains. And then we are going to yarn over twice. Go through the very center where our slip stitch was. We're going to pull through 2. Pull through 2 one more time. And once more. So that is a triple crochet or a treble crochet. Depends on where you're from as to how you pronounce it. So I believe in the United States it is considered a triple crochet, and in the UK and New Zealand it is considered a treble crochet. Possibly in Australia I have seen creators say both. So now we're going to do another treble crochet. I grew up calling it a treble crochet. Like I've said several times, I started crocheting when I was very young. My grandmother taught me. I believe I was 6 or 7. So I was really little when I first learned how to do it. So there's our 1, 2, 3 treble crochet. Next we're going to yarn over, go through that center again, pull back through, pull through 2, and then pull through the 2 on the hook. That is a double crochet. So I'm going to do that one more time really up close for you guys. Yarn over, go through the center, bring it back, pull through 2, and then pull through 2 again to make the second double crochet. And we're going to do one more. Then we're going to single crochet, or not single crochet, I'm sorry. We are going to chain and then do a treble crochet right back in the center there. Pull through two, and then through the last two. Then we are going to chain again, then 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. I feel like I'm actually running out of tail on this one. It's doing the same thing that the red one and the orange one did. Or yeah, was it the red and the orange? Yeah, the red and the orange. It's kind of just not scrunching up on there. So I'm going to pull them up just a little bit so that I don't run out of tail, because that's all the tail I have now. And I don't want it to get super duper duper crazy loose and accidentally lose my tail. All right, and now we're going to do the 3 trebles at the top for this side of the hump. Are they humps? What do you call the 2 top parts of the heart? They are humps, I think. And there's that one done. And then we are going to chain and then go in and do a slip stitch. And just kind of pull that loose. Grab our scissors and cut up here. Pull it through. Pull our tail tighter. It did the same thing. It's probably me because I'm trying to do it on camera. There we go. That was the one that was stuck. So now I'm just kind of going into every single stitch and just kind of pulling them tight on that side. So that is the way to fix it if it needs to come up better. You just kind of hook your nail in that stitch like that and just move it tight. Hi, welcome in. If you're new here, my name is Julie and I run a business called Pleasantly Blessed Crochet. And we are making little hearts tonight. We're trying to make little hearts tonight. So we're getting there. We kind of got stuck on, there we go. Now it's coming loose. There we go. So now that we've pulled the center tight on that, we can have a look-see. This is the green one. It is not the blue. This is the second of the green ones. We'll do our 2 knots in the back. And that one is done. So there's that one. Next is blue in our rainbow. We are doing 2 of each color tonight. This is another one of those Temu yarns, so we'll see if it works really well or not. I bought this with that yellow yarn, and I had them in a bag that was actually marked Temu. That's the only reason why I remembered what they were. They were from a yarn review. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I just forgot the pattern. So we're gonna do chain 2 and then 3 treble crochet. Three double crochet. These can be done in either the chain 2 method or a magic ring. You would still chain 2 either way. This time I'm just going to kind of scooch it closed before we get around there. Then we're going to chain 1, do a triple, chain 1, and then back to our doubles. We're going to do 3 doubles on this side, and then 3 triples on this side. And I'm going to try to scooch it down the yarn as I go because I see a spot getting bare right there. Try to make sure that I hold the tail with my finger, my 4th finger back there, so that it doesn't get super huge again. I will say the very first time that I made this pattern, I did not have a long enough tail, and I did lose the tail in the circle. So just be aware of that. It can happen. We're going to pull it through, grab our scissors and snip it. And then wiggle that down, pull it through. And then there is that lovely little heart. We're going to flip it over and do 2 knots on the back side. And then that one is done. I think that's the best one yet. Which is so weird because the other Temu yarn just did not want to function, the yellow, but that one looks so good. Let's do another one. We'll do another blue one. Hi, welcome in. We are making little crochet hearts tonight because we are making a banner. Get through. Wait, I did a double again. No, it's supposed to be a triple for the first one, and I think I lost a loop somewhere there. But that is okay. There we go. There we go. That time it came through good. I noticed too that this particular yarn, even though it was from the same company as that yellow yarn, this one is so much softer and silkier than any of the other chenille that I've ever had, actually. And I've always wondered if it was just because it was blue or if it was made a particular way. I'm not really sure why, but this one just feels great. I love the way that this yarn feels on the hook, and it's just super smooth. In fact, sometimes it's just a little too slippery. We're gonna single crochet, not single crochet. Why do I keep saying that? Oh my gosh. We are going to chain. Chain is what it is. My brain, oh my goodness. And then treble, and then chain again. And then 3 double crochet. So hearts as a theme was requested last night by one of my subscribers, and it just worked out really well that this was part of a project that I was intending to do off camera. I wasn't actually going to show it because I thought, oh, that's just a silly project. Nobody's going to care about it or how to do it or anything. But I guess some of you guys actually enjoyed watching this, so, or I hope you did. There's the last treble on that side, and then we're gonna chain. and slip stitch. Gonna try to wiggle around our tail there to kind of pull it tight. It's done the same thing as the other colors have done. It's kind of separated. Again, this is scrap yarn, so it's to be expected for this kind of thing. And actually, I think that's probably tight enough. It looks really cute. So there is our other finished blue heart, which I love the way that this one came out. It seems like the edging kind of curved in, and it makes it look super cute. And do the second knot so that it doesn't come loose. There we go. And that's what she looks like. Or he. It's a heart. It can be anybody's heart. And finally, we're going to do purple. So purple is the very last color of the traditional 6 colored rainbow. And of course, I have done something with my hook again. Oh, there it is. Found it. There it is. Every time I set my hook down and pick up my scissors, I lose my hook. Every time I set my scissors down, I have to find my scissors. It is an ongoing cycle. It's just how my brain works, I guess. So now in the purple, we're gonna chain 2, yarn over 2, go back into the center there, pull through 2, pull through the next 2 on the hook, and then pull through the last 2. Do that 2 more times to complete the trebles on this one, on this heart. And then you're going to do 3 double crochet, which is yarn over, pull through 2, and then pull through 2. There's the second one of those. And then the last one. Chain 1, treble crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet on the other side. So yarn over, pull through 2, and then pull through 2 again. We're going to do that 3 times. And then we are going to make the top of this side of the heart, which is 3 treble crochet. Go through. There we go. There's the second one. And there's the third one. Chain 1, and then slip stitch to complete the heart. And we're going to just pull it through. Clip it. Make any little adjustments we need to. And there is our first purple heart. We're gonna tie 2 knots in the back. There's one. And there's the other one. And then that purple heart is all done. We're going to do that one more time for the last heart to make this little heart banner. I hope everybody is having an amazing night tonight. It is Memorial Day weekend here, and it is also in my area graduation weekend. So kids are graduating and the pools are open. So that is really, really nice. Actually, all of our local pools open tomorrow, and I am so excited about it. But I have to work a 12-hour shift tomorrow, so I will not be uploading tomorrow at all, just because I have that going on. So there is our third double crochet. I'm going to try to pull it tight before I start the rest of it. We're going to chain and then do our triple to make the little point at the bottom. And then chain again to finish the point. And then the 3 doubles on the other side. But if you guys are having fireworks or doing anything fun, any barbecues or anything like that tomorrow, be careful. Please be safe. I know some places allow fireworks early in the year. Like some places allow fireworks here. So if you're doing all of that, just be super safe. I live in a military town, so we definitely will be hearing fireworks, and there's a huge carnival going on right down the road from where I work. So I'm hoping that we get like a little bit of traffic, but not a ton. But also, it's a Saturday, so I know we're going to be crazy busy. So that kind of sucks too. But it's great for business. And there is our last heart. We're going to just do the same thing we did with some of the other ones. I don't know why every second one that I did, like the first one of each color would look really cute, and then the second one of each color would look monstrous like this one. I don't know. Maybe it's because I was chatting too much. Getting too chatty. Okay, there's that one. Kind of looks crazy, but I will fix it. Just gotta go through and tighten up that tail all the way around. Which means you gotta go through like one stitch at a time, tightening it up. Until you find the stitch that has the problems, which I think I just found. So now I just got to move the rest of the stitches down along that line. There we go. Just tighten it up just a little bit, and now it is a perfect little heart. So that is the last heart of the night tonight. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. There is that one. He's so cute and little. So here are all our different hearts, all our different colors. Oops, I dropped that purple one. There are all our different hearts for the night. And I will see you guys in the next video. I have had so much fun making a video out showing how to finish these up. Okay, bye guys.